Benny Safdie's brand new film, The Smashing Machine, and it stars Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt, and Ryan Bader. It follows the true story of Mark Kerr, the MMA fighter from the late 90s, where he became kind of the pinnacle and the face of MMA fighting at that time and really sort of launched what we know today as being like the UFC, is what I get from the film. I don't know if any of that's factual or not, but that's what the film is implying. Let's get into a couple things first. The story. I don't know if there's much of a story here. Like, I was wanting something more about this story, but obviously it's based off of a true story, so you can't inflate it. But I just didn't think that there was enough here. And that's what brings me to say this, that I think that this film is very genre and niche specific of those that are really going to enjoy this film. And that's those that love this sport, that love UFC fighting, MMA fighting, that are into jiu-jitsu and all this other stuff. You are going to probably really love this film because you want to know the backstory on it. It's sort of like, I'm not going to go see the Taylor Swift film because I'm not a Swiftie. I'm not going to be able to connect with it. I don't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing against it. Those that enjoy it, wonderful. But this is sort of what I was getting from this film, that I didn't understand, like, why a film like this was even made. Now let's get into Emily Blunt. I'm not sure that I even believed this character. And I didn't sense that she was taking it far enough, like, to make it a dramatic role. Oh, I know. And then, and let me just say that the music was off for this entire film. Like, that was not the music of that time period. I didn't get that. Like, was he just stuck in the 80s and that's why that music was like, I didn't get it. Like, I didn't understand a lot of that. And even the clothing, like, that wasn't like clothing of the late 90s, or I don't know. Anyway, the next piece to this is, Dwayne Johnson. And the trailers were making it seem like this was this huge dramatic role for him, and that, people were even saying, is this Oscar worthy? I mean, this isn't a far-fetched character for him. There were moments that I thought that he was brilliant, but then there were moments where I just don't think he was given enough to even show what he could do. Or maybe that was purposeful. Maybe, they didn't want to give him more to lean into. I don't know. It wasn't what others were saying about it, to me anyway. I thought he was good. I think he's good. But when you look at someone like him, who this is a role that he completely understands, and that, he's this big guy that's a wrestler and that's what he's playing. And then you look at someone like a Sean Penn in one battle after another and what he was able to do with that character. Like, when you talk about Oscar worthy, I don't see that for this character for him. I will say that this is the best acting I have ever seen this man do. I have to say that Ryan Bader, to me, was the best out of everyone. I think he leaned into this. It felt very natural for me, for him playing this Mark Coleman character. I was rooting for him. He was the one I was rooting for in all of this, which I don't know if that's what I was supposed to do. So the acting is good. It's good. It's good, some good acting. I don't think it's Oscar-worthy acting. I said it. Let's talk about the cinematography and the color grading. I understand the color grading, and I am okay with that, right? But the cinematography as a whole, to me, felt wonky, and at times it was making me sick. Like, the camera work was very... It almost felt like it was like an 80s music video being shot. And a lot of this film to me felt like B-roll, like a lot of just following him around, watching him lift weights. Even in the ring, it was like, you're getting these fast moments of them fighting in a ring. I wanted to really like this film. I wanted to love it. I'm not hating on it by any means. I think it's a good film to go see. And I felt like, okay, that was decent, right? But I do think that the hype that it was getting, I went into it, and then I was let down a little bit. I'm giving it a solid 3 out of 5 stars, which I think is a good rating for this film. I think I just wanted more. I